Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'd like to show you something really cool I made. So, this is my proposed future New York City subway map and brand new subway. So, you can see there are a lot of differences, so let's get right into it. So, as you can see, here, so of course, I made a few changes to the 2nd Avenue subway, and I made both the N and the Q go on the 2nd Avenue subway, I extended a branch along 125th Street so that the N train can have transfers to all the existing 125th Street stations. Next, I also made and then so made an brought back the 3rd Avenue line, but this time it's underground. This line will be used by the Q train, and it'll be underground all the way until right about here. And the Q train will terminate at the abandoned lower level at the Gun Hill Road station, which is where the old 3rd Avenue line was. And as for the T, well, so here's the T train. So it also stops at 2nd Avenue, 125th Street with the Q train, but shortly after it splits off to Willis Avenue, and it's a station at Hunts Point Avenue with a transfer to the 6th train. Continues instead of continuing all the way to New Rochelle, all the way along the northeast corridor to New Rochelle, it splits off right after 174th Street and connects to the abandoned platform at East 180th Street, and it replaces the 5 train all the way up to Eastchester Dyer Avenue. As the 5 train will be rerouted to Wakefield 241st Street. Okay. And that's it for the 2nd Avenue line. Oh yeah, and also that's just the 2nd Avenue line north of that's just the 2nd Avenue line north of north of 63rd Street. South of 63rd Street, I decided to connect to the 63rd Street tunnel with a new route called the V train. Yes, the V train actually has existed before, but I figured out a way to bring it back with a better route. So it's going to start all the way down here at Rockaway Park Beach, 116th Street. Going to replace the Rockaway shuttle up to Broad Channel where it joins with the A. It goes all the way up until Aqueduct Racetrack, and the A train curves off, and it goes. The V train goes on the abandoned Rockaway Beach branch, which I will reactivate and connect between the Queens Boulevard line, under the Queens Boulevard line at 63rd Drive, Regoat Park. Oh yes, and I also extended the G train back to Forest Hills. I deinterlined the N and the R train at the 59th Street junction so I could do so, and the V train will run to 21st Street Queensbridge and until Roosevelt's Island, and then will curve down and follow and join with the T train, and it'll terminate at Hanover Square. So, another thing I did. This is an idea I got from the second. This is an idea I got from the MTA Program for Action. This is the Houston Street shuttle, and it was supposed to connect the L train to the middle tracks at 2nd Avenue, Houston Street, where the old V train used to terminate. Sorry. We'll run from that till a lower level at the 1st Avenue station where the L train is. Then, as you can see, I also have a new route. This new route, this blue line that follows the F train, this is supposed to be the H train, but the reason why the H train is blue is because this game was made in 2016, and it was supposed to be part of the 8th Avenue line, and it was originally blue. And the only time the H train came back was after Hurricane Sandy back in 2012, and it replaced the Rockaway shuttle and the A train from Beach 116th Street to Far Rockaway Mott Avenue. But my H train runs on 6th Avenue and is supposed to be orange. So it starts at Forest Hill 71st Avenue, also goes on 63rd Street, and it runs local on 6th Avenue until Broadway Lafayette, and then it goes on the Christie Street connection to Delancey and Essex, and it terminates at Broadway Junction. Maybe during rush hours it can go to Rockaway Park. Oh yeah, and another thing, I also brought back the Brown M train. So it'd stop at Myrtle Avenue. It would make its usual route at Delancey and Essex up until and then it would turn south to Broad Street and stop at Borough Hall, J Street Metrotech, DeKalb, Atlantic Barclays, and then follow the M train until 36th Street. Follow the M train until 36th Street, and then it would go the D train all the way down to Bay Parkway. Alternatively, it could run to Brighton Beach via the local track, but that would probably cause a lot of congestion. So that's why I made it go to Bay Parkway like it used to. Again. And because the arch, and they also extended the Astoria line, make the R train go to LaGuardia Airport. Same for the W train, except the W still follows the R train until Whitehall Street, except they decided to extend it to connect to the abandoned Court Street station, which is where the Transit Museum is, and enter the Fulton Street line at the abandoned tracks at Hoyt-Schermerhorn. It would run local all the way until Euclid Avenue. And the C train would run express on Fulton Street and replace all A trains to Lefferts Boulevard. And then there's another new route I brought back. This is the K train. This is from 179th Street. It runs local until Forest Hills, and then it's express to Queens Plaza, and goes on 53rd Street with the E train, and it's express until Fulton Street, and then it's High Street, J Street Metrotech, and Hoyt-Schermerhorn is where it switches to local. So it's gonna run. So like the W, it's gonna run local all the way to Euclid Avenue. But yeah. Oh, and before I forget, I also eliminated the Z train. Now here's something pretty cool. This is the Utica Avenue line. I had to de-interline the 2 and I had to de-interline the 3 and the 5 to make this work, because otherwise it would just be pretty bad. Because as you all probably know, the Rogers Avenue Junction is one of the worst bottlenecks in the whole system, and if a 2, a 3, and a 5 train all appear at the same time, there will be some pretty horrible delays, not only on the Eastern Parkway line, but throughout the entire IRT system, except the 7, because the 7 is separate. So the 5 train would run local to Crown Heights, and it would run down Utica Avenue until Avenue U, Marine Park. The 4 train would run to New Lots, and they also extended it down to Spring Creek, Flatlands Avenue. And there's also, the 3 train would have to run to Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn College with the 2 train. And oh yeah, the 3 train still runs to Harlem on 48th Street. And is there anything else? Oh yeah, and one more thing. I decided to add a new line. This is the 10th Avenue line. It extends the L train from its current terminal at 8th Avenue, 14th Street, and goes all the way up to 72nd Street with the 1, 2, and 3. This line could potentially be extended even further into Queens, but I think that would be too expensive. And I also put a new station for the 7 at 10th Avenue, 42nd Street, even though the 7's actually on 41st. So the reason I added this station is because it not only was it originally part of the plans for the 7 line extension, but it would also allow for a transfer to the L train, because currently there are no transfers between the L train and the 7 train. And anyways, yeah, that was pretty much it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, feel free to comment, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.